Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the parking lot of Ducati Santa Barbara, and behind me I have our 2021 Ducati Panigale V2 with the full titanium Akra exhaust system. Today we're going to be doing a first ride and review of this bad boy, and I cannot wait to see how she feels. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so the first thing I want to mention is this is actually our giveaway bike, one of two for this this build series. So it's a 2021 Panigale V2. We'll be giving this away along with our 2020 Streetfighter V4S. So you can sign up to win both of these bikes via the Patreon page, patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. Also, I wanted to mention I do have a new motovlog setup. If you'd like to see an entire video on this setup along with my new helmet, let me know in the description below. It's basically just a GoPro Hero 8. I already had it, so I actually got the media mod. And then the media mod allows you to plug in a microphone right here directly. I have the Purple Panda mic, which you can see right there. I got the wing muff on it, and yes, that does get in my mouth when I'm riding. But yeah, this is my new helmet. This is a Bell Race Star Flex in full carbon helmet. Absolutely love it with the transition lens. But yeah, that's my new helmet setup. I do use a Senna as well. But today is all about the Panigale V2, that new Akra full titanium exhaust system, $5,400 plus tax and installation, and it saved us 16.5 pounds. It sounds absolutely incredible, and we will be doing a dyno session for this guy to find out how much horsepower it added as well. We also installed the Ducati Spacers heat shield kit, so now there's heat shielding behind all of this here and underneath the seat. So I'm going to be seeing how that feels as well. So this is going to be a first. I've waited about a week to do this video for good weather, just so you guys can have an actual legit first reaction of this. And I also was getting my GoPro setup sorted out as well. So first thing I'll do is give you a little sound test, and then we'll head out on the road. Okay, so I'll show you guys the dash when it starts up, because one of the things that happens with this system is you get not only the exhaust and the sprint filter, but you also get an up map that Ducati can put on for you at the dealership. And it'll see Racing Evo. That's how you know the up map is installed. Let's go ahead and crank it on up for you guys. Ridiculously loud, and we did take the decimal killers out, the dumbbell killers out, and that actually helps keep the sound a little bit lower, which actually in my opinion makes it less annoying. I'm not sure if it really adds like makes it louder, but it does sound lower and a little bit more mean. But you can see it's already starting to blue in there. Big old honking exits, and then this is the other side as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful system. Give you guys a few revs. It sounds so ridiculous. All right, folks, here we are. The sound of this thing. So first ride on our 2021 Ducati Panigale V2 with the full titanium Akra exhaust system, the heat shield kit from Ducati Spacers, and the performance seat. And actually, the first thing I can tell you right now, this seat is not for road use. I think what I'm going to do is contact Kevin from Ducati Spacers and see if I can get another heat shield kit for the bottom of the seat and put it on the stock seat and use that one, because this thing is so stiff. Holy crap. Man, that exhaust though, holy lord. But yeah, the seat itself, obviously this is designed for racing. It's a lot flatter, a lot higher up, so it puts you in more of a race position, which is great for the track. And I will include the seat with the new owner, whoever wins this bike. But for me, riding around town, I notice a lot more wristiness. Like I'm a lot more pitched over. The rider triangle's more like this than it used to be, a little bit more neutral. So there's just no need for a seat like this for regular road riding. at least not for me. Oh, do you hear those pops? So again, I am using my new GoPro setup. Oh my gosh, primarily so that you guys could hopefully hear what these bikes sound like a little bit more than my old setup. I can already tell this exhaust is insane. It's actually very smooth. So yeah, I'm not so far, and the reason why I chose this route is I actually wanted some traffic. I wanted to see how the bike felt, if it was still radiating heat onto my legs and underneath my butt, and so far I feel nothing, and it's a little bit cooler than it was in the past. Most of the time when I was riding it was in the 70s. It's probably high 60s right now, so it's not too far off. But I can tell you, man, I've never heard a Ducati do that. Pop and crackle like that. Now there is some ECU adaptive learning. We did reset that whenever we did the up map, it resets it automatically. So it's gonna adjust the fuel mapping and all that kind of stuff as we're riding. But first impressions, I can tell you, this thing feels really good. It actually feels smoother than it did without the exhaust, and I'm guessing that's probably something with the Euro 5 stuff. This is one of their first Euro 5 bikes, and obviously with bigger noise regulations and more emission regulations, bikes are they're gonna have to always find ways to get around that, and that's one of the reasons why this exhaust saves so much weight, because the stock mufflers were freaking massives. I think there was like 2 catalytic converters in there too. So let's get a little acceleration here. Oh my, holy crap. Wow. See, that's one of the reasons why I love the twin motorcycles so much. I was just riding the Streetfighter the other day to get my GoPro setup dialed in, and it's an amazing bike, don't get me wrong, but all the power is up high. On this thing, it redlines at 11.5 or 12,000, so in the middle of the rev range, you're sitting at 6.7. You're getting a lot of power and torque, and this Akra exhaust system just enhances that. And that's why I like this exhaust so much. There's a lot of exhaust systems you can buy for the bike, slip-ons, things like that. That'll change the sound and maybe even save a little bit of weight too. But Akra, what they specialize is engineering a complete system that's built around getting the most power, the most weight savings, not only power up high, which they're gonna get with this exhaust, but also more mid-range. And that's what's important for having fun on the street. All right, so I just went through about 15 minutes of kind of stop and go traffic, and I am starting to feel the heat now, but I can tell you, it's pops, dude. Here we go. Oh man, just the back and forth of the bike now, insane. You can totally tell that weight loss. We've already shipped about 24 pounds off this bike. Oh, okay, there's where the race seat feels really good. When you're hanging off the side, it has a different type of grip on it. Woo! Oh my gosh. Anyway, the heat, I would say it's been cut in half. I can feel it a little bit under my butt, and that's about it. I don't feel it next to my legs anymore, and that makes me very happy. So I would say the heat shield absolutely did its job. If you have a V2, it's almost a must-have. Another thing I'm noticing, God, the exhaust, dude. Let me see if I can get it to pop. Right there. Oh, that's so freaking sick, dude. Another thing I'm noticing with the exhaust, and maybe the up map too, it seems like the shifting is better. Let's see. Because on the stock bike, in stock form, sometimes shifting from first to second and even second to third, there would be a little lag. And it felt like, obviously it's cutting throttle when you do the quick shift, and it felt like it was cutting too much throttle. So instead of being bomb, 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 it was going bomb, 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 and sometimes that unsettles the bike. So it feels like they might have cleaned up those shifts then to first to second, second to third. It feels a lot better than it did. The power is definitely more mid-rangey. And when we put this back on the dyno, I'm sure that we're gonna see that. I'll try to do some pulls maybe in like 3rd, 4th, 5th gear, but I can't get over the sound. That's insane. And I'm hoping that my new setup captures that sound. You guys will have to let me know in the comment section below how much better it is over my previous setup. So when you downshift into first and you just kind of let it coast down into the, watch. That's so awesome. You just go off the throttle and it just does its thing. So kind of the whole purpose of this first ride. Oh yeah. Not only give you guys my thoughts and feelings on the exhaust, but $5,400 plus installation and tax. It's a lot of money to spend on an exhaust system, especially on a bike that costs 16 grand. I mean, you're spending almost a quarter of the bike's, or a third, I guess, of the bike's value on an exhaust. So the question is, could I recommend someone buy this exhaust for their motorcycle? Well, first of all, if you have the money, absolutely. I mean, if it's not gonna keep you from eating or paying your bills, it is 100% worth it. I believe it's the best exhaust you can get. I believe it is the best exhaust you can get for the bike, hands down, which is why I use them. There's a reason why Ducati works alongside Akra to make these exhausts for the bike. I mean, they're warranty, they don't void the warranty on the bike. So, man. Whew. I love that, dude. That makes me so happy. I've never heard a Ducati do that before. Backfire like that. It's really, really cool. Now, it's probably part of the learning process. That might get tuned out over time, but for now, it's a lot of fun. And then the last thing I wanted to test was highway, because one of the things you want to be conscious of when you get an exhaust is that droning sound on the highway. Wow! Oh my God! That's insane, dude. I think that's a perfect amount of power for the street, honestly. There's no need for more power than that. So, let's get up to a normal speed here. Yeah, here's the thing. Especially, I could kick up into 6th gear. No, I'm not getting too much sound at all. So, it's not like it's gonna hurt your ears over time, or it's gonna be really droning on the highway for longer rides or anything like that. It feels totally, I feel like it's literally the perfect amount of sound. It's loud when you're on it hard. Obviously the upshifts, it pops, sounds awesome. The downshifts bark at you, and there's just enough quietness for highway riding, the boring kind of parts of your rides, to get to the fun stuff where it's not going to be too annoying for you. So yeah, overall, I'm very, very happy with this exhaust system. I do think it's worth the money if you can't afford it. If your family and your kids aren't going to be able to eat, then maybe don't splurge for it. But yeah, if you can't afford it, I'd say 100% get it. The heat shield kit, I've been riding for about probably 45 minutes now, and I can feel the heat there, but it's, I'd say half, or maybe even less than half as much as it was before. So it's much more manageable. It's something I could live with much more. That was really my only major issue with this bike, was that heat, and now it's totally manageable. So I would say the heat shield kit is a must-have. There's links to it, or you can just go to Ducati Panigale spacers. Yeah, it's the bike feels great. Now the performance seat from Ducati, I would not recommend for street use. For track stuff, I understand there's a lot of space to sit back on it, hang off the side, you can move around, the material's made for sliding around and stuff like that. But for street use, I'm not a fan of that. Let's hear some downshifts. Oh my God. That's what it's all about, guys. It doesn't get any better than that. Wow. Wow. That is incredible. It actually does it in more than just first gear. It'll do it first, second, and third gear whenever you slow down. Listen to this thing. God, that is incredible. What a bike, dude. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's my first ride and review of our 2021 V2 Panigale with the full titanium Akra exhaust system, along with the Ducati spacers heat shielding kit. Highly recommend them both. Not a huge fan of the performance seat unless you're using it at the track. So yeah, here we are back at Ducati at Santa Barbara. Stay tuned, guys, for more videos coming. I think we're gonna do the I think we're gonna do the clear clutch next. That'll be the next mod. Don't forget, guys, you can help support this series, be entered to win this bike, Campisi Customs, on Patreon. That's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you think of the GoPro setup. Let me know what you think of the exhaust. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next video. Peace.